Welcome back. In this video, I'll be taking you along with us as we are going to be baking a vegetarian lasagna, and we are going to use all the summer vegetables for this. Then bake a samosa. The potatoes were harvested from our garden. Our tomatoes are not yet ready for harvesting, so I got them. And then I will be baking a sourdough baguette. I've already mixed the sourdough baguette and it is in the bulk ferment stage, and after some time, once it starts to double, then I will be shaping it and doing a second ferment and then baking it, but that's probably towards the end of the video. Let me get on with this. My daughter will be assisting me with all the prepping of vegetables and the samosa. I'm using spelt flour and spelt lasagna sheets for this recipe, and I will be using my Dutch oven to make the filling. So now I add olive oil. I add quite a bit generously, like 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Add a little bit of garlic. In my cooktop I kept it at 5, so it's not too hot. We added a mixture of red and yellow bell peppers. Now I'm going to add chopped tomatoes and then cook it. The filling doesn't have to be too dry because I'm not going to pre-cook the pasta. Olives, I will add this a little bit later. In the meantime, I prepared the samosa dough. I added half and half of freshly ground spelt and half of all-purpose spelt, then salt, a little yogurt and a couple of tablespoons of ghee. It didn't work out with the KitchenAid mixer, so I mixed it up by hand and letting it rest a little bit, and then I'll get to making the filling. As soon as I finish the lasagna filling, I'll go to the samosa filling. At this point, I add some cut olives. I mix some herbs like oregano, basil, then marjoram and little thyme. Since the tomatoes were very watery, I'm going to add a little bit of paste to thicken it. Just about a couple of tablespoons of this paste. Salt. So the filling is ready. I'm going to add a few freshly picked basil leaves. Now we make bechamel sauce. For this I added 75 grams of butter and 50 grams of all-purpose spelt flour and roasted it till it got a nutty flavor and was slightly brown. Then I added some freshly grated nutmeg, then black pepper. Once they were all nicely mixed together and had this light brown color, I added some warm milk and then beat it to get a fine paste. Now I want to make the samosa filling. For this I'm heating up a cast iron pan and then adding a little bit of oil, adding a teaspoon of mustard seeds, cumin seeds, and then a little bit of asafoetida, not too much, and then I've in the meantime cooked the potatoes and I've mashed it. Then add in chopped onions and then mix in the potatoes and some frozen peas. Once that is done, I will be adding a spice mixture of turmeric powder, chili powder, coriander powder and some garam masala, and finish it off with salt and then squeeze in a little bit of lemon juice. Garnish with freshly chopped coriander leaves as per your taste. After the bulk ferment, I am going to shape the baguette dough. I use this Benetton basket with the lining so it's easier to take out, and I sprinkle a little bit of semolina into the lining. Shape it, and then I'm going to keep it in the fridge for the second rise. But before that, it's good to spread some olive oil on your working space because this dough is a very hydrated dough and it is really like very difficult to shape, so the oil helps you to shape it better. Roll it as tight as you can. I had to switch off the microphone because my daughter was doing her music lessons and she likes to do it in the living room. She doesn't like to go upstairs, and it is also very hot up there, and I've not been regularly sitting and editing because it's extremely hot. We had a heat wave. It's slightly cooled down the last few days, but still it's quite hot. And it's an hour's lesson at the break up for holidays. So this was the last lesson. Now I'm going to make the samosa. I don't really taste while cooking as such, so I don't know how it tastes. I have to ask my daughter to do a taste test. I'm prepping ahead because we are going to do some small renovation project in the living room, and we are going to do a coat of paint in the whole house. So I doubt we can cook much, especially when the living room is in progress. So I want to do some extra prep and keep in the freezer. This makes a good snack, and I want to start baking a little later when it's not so hot. Samosas also freeze really well. I like to make a lot and freeze also. I've been waiting for this lasagna filling to cool down so I can do the assembly, and then I leave it in the fridge overnight. I can bake it tomorrow morning. Spelt is a little bit low in gluten, so it's not as easy to handle like the wheat one. I could add a little bit of flour just so that it's easier to work with. Just a tiny bit of flour. Sticks a little bit. You can deep fry it, but I'm going to bake this. I hardly ever deep fry, and so It doesn't matter if there's some flour in it. I have made exactly 12 and very little of the filling is left over. I could have filled in a little bit more. Usually I use the program with hot air, 180 degrees up and down heat, and then I bake it for about 20 minutes. I waited for all the filling to cool down. I want to bake this for Sunday. I don't pre-cook the lasagna. So this works. I make the filling a little bit liquid. Use only mozzarella cheese. I don't use other cheese. Don't straight away cook it in the hot oven. Keep the casserole dish and then simultaneously heat up the oven. That way it is having the slow heat and the casserole gets used to the temperature and you will avoid any cracks or thermal shocks. Definitely not from the freezer. So I will be starting it out with a cold oven when I'm going to bake this. Usually I don't like to prep in advance, but prepping lasagna in advance works out very well. It tastes much better after that. Then a little bit of this blanched spinach. Mozzarella also doesn't have salt, so you can add a tiny bit. The advantage with this casserole dish is you can use this lid for baking the first 20 minutes, and then to brown the cheese you can take out the lid. Now I'm setting it in the fridge. It's all cold, so I can set it fully in the fridge. The timing of assembling the lasagna and the baking of the samosa is perfect. 20 minutes, and I could assemble a smaller tray too, and there you have samosa. I'll cool this and keep some in the freezer. So this is done. Now I wait a little bit and start on the bread. There was a little bit too much of filling, so I made this small tray, and this I will cover with a wrap and then I will keep it in the fridge. I want to avoid making a mess. Can you open the oven, please? Bake the first 25 minutes with the lid closed, and then to crisp the cheese you take out the lid and bake for a further of 20 minutes. I hope this video was useful for you and you could get some ideas for some summer lunch or dinner, and Thank you for watching and see you in my next video. Bye.